Again with Corel Draw tips and tricks. And this week I made this birdhouse kiosk for a company that needs it for trade shows. And the most difficult part was that it had to be completely able to be disassembled and fit in a suitcase, and no visible screws or fasteners on the outside. So I did everything on the inside. As you can see, joints like that, I actually put a little glue in them and sanded them off. And then there's some dowel indexing holes that I always use because these are 2 layers of plywood. And if you use dowel indexing holes, when you glue them together, there's no other way to do it without doing this because of the fact that the glue is going to slip around a little bit. And this way, the 2 pieces of wood, the windows are perfect. But that's not really what this video is about. Somebody asked me on Facebook after I posted this on Facebook how I was able to make this holder fit the iPad. So what you need to do is get you an iPad and take a picture of it and try to get the picture straight. You know, the frame, I'm a little bit off here, but it doesn't really matter. It just makes it a little bit more easily when you're trying to make your dimensions. And so that my particular iPad was about 9.5, so I made it 9.53. It was about 7.3, so I made it 7.34, just so it fit in there comfortably. So you've got a picture, and the camera isn't going to take the picture to the dimensions you need. It's not going to be dead on. It's going to compress it, or it's going to enlarge it, depending on what kind of camera you have. Probably when I took this picture, this particular picture was probably, I've got a large camera, and the picture was probably 48 inches across. So what you want to do is grab the picture, and using the corners, you want to move it around till you get to about what you need. There's probably a couple other ways to do this a little easier, but you don't ever stretch it one way and then stretch it the other. You can always go by percentage that a lot of people like to use, but to me it's so much easier to use these corners. So we're going to get it back to the original picture right there, and I take your parallel dimension tool, which is right there, kind of put it on the edge, go to the other edge, click, and you can see now I'm 9.52, so that's close enough. And then you would take your parallel dimension tool one more time and do it that way. And then this time I'm dead on. It's 7.34. So once you've got that, you can take these away. You don't need the measurements anymore. And that's, to me, the easy part. Then what you'd want to do is to grab that picture and put it in the center of the page. I use that a lot. I'm going to go ahead and show you the one I've already done, so I'm going to put it in the center of the page. And what this has done, this is the whole cover of the birdhouse. And you can see I've actually already got my little places for my plywood to go into. It's sitting right on the bottom. And I've got a hole cut in this particular deal. Probably needs to be moved over a little bit. I've got my nudge factor set too high. I'm going to set it at 0.001. That way when you nudge it over, it'll move just minutely. And probably a little bit slow for this video. But anyway, there you have it. So the laser is going to cut out the hole for the on and off button. The laser is going to cut out the hole for the microphone. And it's not perfect. I need to, if I was going to redo this, I'd completely redo it. And then you just make a frame. Let's ungroup this. You make this frame to fit the iPad face. And then you make the other frame. So I'm going to group it back together. So this is what you have. Then on the back side, I'm going to have the exact same frame. Let's just put it on top. Let's grab it. Press P on your keyboard. So now you've got two identical pieces. And this is the bottom layer. And you can see I've got a hole cut out. Let's just move it out of the way. Move the top out of the way. Move the bottom out of the way. I've got a hole cut out for the cord to plug in and make it a little bit more accessible. And also the speaker's like right in there. So the speaker's going to resonate out the top where you slide it in, but it's going to give a little bit of room for the wire to do it correctly. I'm going to actually do two videos and show you how you would make these. So I hope that'll be section 2 or segment 2. So hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.